All right, John. I'm always curious when I run into somebody. I put a link up on the internet for strangers to reach out to me. I'm always curious why somebody would say yes.
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, so I'm pretty new to the war room. I saw, scouring through the posts and everything like that. It seemed like you had a lot of engagement. It seemed like you were pretty um, well respected. And then I saw you post something up, and I was like, well, obviously I gotta talk with him just to see who he is. Just get to know, and work on that networking piece. So and I felt like I would have been silly not to meet with you. So.
Correct. Well, good. Yeah.
Sure.
I've been in War Room since the beginning. How long? When did you join?
2 weeks ago.
Are you in a squad yet?
I am. We had our first meeting today. I'm in the Lavender Squad. Bud Evans and we were the only two there. So I feel like I got a lot to
Well,
learn from him.
we gotta get you filled up. But yeah, go to your squad meetings to change your life.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why I'm here. I met a couple guys before this, and they said weekly squad was the way to go. So yeah, I'm all about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Right now I'm in Orange County, Orange, California.
Do you like it?
I do like it. I saw you're in Hawaii though. So how is that?
It's perfect.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain either.
It's perfect.
But
It's got its
Orange
flaws, but
isn't
it's
bad.
definitely
I'm out here obviously because of the military. I'm getting out February 9th. So I accepted a job as a skilled nursing facility administrator up in Orange County. So I am going up there to work there. So pretty excited. So far, so good.
nice.
Yeah.
And what do you're still full time now. What are you gonna do afterwards?
Good question. I'd love to get out of full time. I'd love to get out of working for somebody else. So my goal is to start my own thing, and I started doing that. I mean, that's kind of why I joined the War Room. Created my own LLC, and started real estate investing. Got our first duplex. So looking to
Congrats.
grow. Yeah, thank
What's
you.
the LLC called?
Uh, TRVL Property Group. So it's like a play on travel property group.
You like to travel?
Something like that, yeah. And I guess it was kind of just um, since we're doing out of state real estate investing, it was kind of just a way to tie it all together.
Okay. Well, what do you need help with?
Well, did our first deal. Looking for how to get into the second one, and then continue to grow, how to compound that, So me and my partners, we just been sending out offers, for our next property, stuff like that, pretty relentlessly. You know, uh, I think it's relentlessly compared to you guys. You guys probably not. We're sending,
I haven't put an offer on a
10.
property in like two. I haven't put an offer on a property in like 2.5 years, dude.
Well, one day I'll get to that level. So
Maybe. I mean,
yeah, maybe that's the goal at least, right?
well, it just
So
depends on what you want to do.
sure,
I should be putting in more offers.
sure.
Um, so you're just waiting for deals? I mean, just waiting for something to connect,
Yeah,
or
I mean, yeah. So right now, looking in that network phase, just meeting new people, um, and trying to find better ways to do things. So right now, we're kind of just getting our lists off of websites and sending offers or letter of intents and just trying to contact people that are be interested in selling. So that's kind of what we're doing. But we're just looking to expand and maybe become more efficient, I would say.
so
And
you're doing wholesaling. You're going straight to consumer, straight to owner.
yeah, it's not wholesaling. We're just trying to get long term rentals. I'm not against a burst
No, no, but
strategy, anything like that.
you're doing wholesale to hold. You're trying to go straight to buyer or straight to seller.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and where are you trying to buy?
Right now, I'm looking in Cincinnati and Dayton,
I know
Ohio.
some people in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I connected with Steve. I can't pronounce his last name, but one of the guys that recommended me to the group.
You need to talk to Don and Janelle.
Donna Janelle.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, I'm kind of interested about you as well, like your background, your history. Obviously, I see you. You know, you say you were nasty with the camera and stuff like that. So I'm interested. You know.
Yeah, I'm a longtime real estate investor.
Yeah.
Love a camera.
Yeah.
I'm the number one extroverted person on planet Earth,
Okay.
and I combine those skills. I network as like the best of them.
Yeah.
I own a bunch of real estate. I really need to own a lot more. And, I use my camera as sort of a threat. I call it the threat multiplier because
Sure.
everybody wants to look good on camera. Everybody wants a profile
Yeah.
picture. Everybody wants to say that they were there. Everybody wants good media.
Yeah.
And I happen to love it. So I go to a lot of meetups. I go to a lot of conferences. And I take a lot of pictures of people
Yeah.
for my passion. I tell stories about people. And then it's not like some creepy camera guy in the back of the room that you got to pay for. It's I'm
Sure.
up in the middle of the mix and I'm going to after parties and I'm speaking the language. I got
Yeah.
60 something doors and pretty good real
Pretty
estate
good.
portfolio and pays me a pretty good chunk of mailbox money. So
Sure.
yeah, that's kind of so that's why I'm in Maui. When Brandon
Oh, you're
Turner
in
wanted to start
Maui.
a new video podcast, he called the only guy he knows that knows the real estate industry and cameras
Sure.
as well as I'm the only one.
Ah, good for you. I've only been in Maui. Were you affected by the fires at all?
No.
I don't know if that's a touchy subject, but
No.
okay. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do I saw that you like to connect people to other people. I'm looking at your Facebook page right now and your posts. The people super connector. What do you look for? Like, how do you connect people the best? Like, what is your goal with that?
Um, that's a good question. I'm actually working right now. I've been a little hesitant to. I got a chick who wants to build me out a really advanced CRM on Go High level, and I've just been a little hesitant to pay her.
Sure.
But I should because there's some things I want to build out that are more automated. But no, I have a giant Rolodex of people that I've met in my life. I'm in a
Yeah.
position in life where I'm I'm quite self reliant, so I don't need to ask. I don't ask people for favors. So I have
Sure.
just a big balance in the favor bank.
Yeah.
So you say, "Hey, I'm wholesaling need properties in Cincinnati." And I'm like, "Well, I know wholesalers in Cincinnati, so why don't I just do a text and say,
Sure.
you guys should know each other. It
Ah.
costs me nothing. It might help you out. Um, I should find a way to make money on this because I make a lot of other people money at my expense, but that's another story.
It just means you're a pretty good guy, I would say.
Yeah,
So
it
I
doesn't pay
respect
that
that.
well, but yeah, it doesn't pay that well. So I'm working on that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
so
not to say
right
not
now
to
it's
say
pretty
making
rudimentary.
money wouldn't make you a bad guy. Not to say making money would make you a bad
Yeah, I
guy.
want to do both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want
Yeah,
to do
why not?
both. I want to
Yeah,
find
why
a
not?
way where I'm like, hey, I'm going to connect you with somebody, and then all the money you make, I get 5%.
I mean, that makes sense to me. I wouldn't blame you at all.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'd be filthy rich if I got 5% of everybody that I connected because I make a lot of people money. But in the meantime, I'm poor, not poor. I'm doing it as a charity, so
Yeah.
which is fine for
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
in the future, I'd like to get a little more systemized. Like in the future, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have the CRM so robust that I could hit one button and filter by everybody who invests or lives in Cincinnati and just does a here you go, here's
Yeah.
everybody, or maybe like show me the list and here's the top three people you need or something like that.
I'm surprised they don't have that CRM yet.
Well, they do. You got to build it.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe someday. I'm not definitely not that techie, so
Well, I
not
got
yet.
I got a I got a CRM. I just plugged you in here, but it's a little rudimentary,
Okay.
and I'm not a systems person, so like I just have to get it. I have to get it more built around my needs.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I can introduce you to somebody. I can introduce you to somebody manually, which I'll do. But
Well, I mean, honestly, like that stuff's great. I will never ever beg somebody to introduce me to anybody. So do that on your own will. So I appreciate that. Honestly,
dude,
I'm just
I
interested
didn't.
to.
Yeah, you're not. You didn't ask me for anything. I'm just telling you what
I know.
That's why when you're like a people super connector, I'm like, oh, I can't help it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. No. When did you get out of the military? How long were you in?
I got it a long time ago, dude.
I mean, you don't look it, so you look pretty
I know
good.
I look great. I got out. I got out in '05.
Oh wow. You're not kidding. No offense.
Yeah, I got out in '05.
Man,
So
good for you.
yeah, I only did 4 years. 4 years, as I tell people a lot often. Lil war go a long way.
Yeah, it probably felt like 40.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You don't need much to get the feel. You're like, oh, I got this.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
No.
um,
All right.
okay. So if you
Yeah.
met a wholesaler in Cincinnati
Yeah.
that found you deals, you'd be like in a lot better shape. That's all you need.
I would definitely be in a lot better shape. Um, we were also working on like capital raising, and trying to do it the right way. So that's kind of one of those things that I am needing assistance on. I would say because I don't want to do it the wrong way. I don't want to screw people over, and I don't want to get legally in trouble. I'd rather do it the right way. So I'm working on learning more about that before I go into capital raising. Um, just because I don't want to, screw anybody over. So yeah, but yes,
What's your website?
trvlpropertygroup.com.
How come when I click on looking to be a private investor, it says not available?
It is behind the power curve, and I haven't made the time. Honestly, it's my fault. I haven't made the time to adjust it and fix it. Yeah,
Well, I know it's your fault.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just asking you when somebody comes to it.
Yeah, what do they see? What's their yeah? Uh,
And I'm not saying I'm not guilty of these same things. I'm just
no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Uh, Failure on my end. Haven't taken
um
the time out of my day to fix it.
here's where I'm actually going at that. I'm just picking on you because I'm in the same boat. I'm just doing a
No,
new
please
website
do.
and it's not done. You're gonna capital raise effectively the sooner you can start telling people about it and
Yeah,
just slowly building that little email list. And
yeah,
you go on a podcast and you say, go to trvlpropertygroup.com and like fill out a form and you get on our list and you can see our deals. We can have a conversation.
yeah.
You can't mess up by there's nothing illegal about having conversations or collecting email addresses. You can do that today.
Sure. Yeah,
And I would.
yeah. I've got I think 27 people on our email list right now. I've got 4 people that actively want to invest, but the steps after that is where I'm like, hey, how am I doing this the right way? So I got to find somebody that's done it before, and that's kind of where I got to into the actual the war room, and I'm like, okay, I want to meet some people that have done this in the past and make sure I do
Yeah.
it right. So
Um,
that's where I'm at.
yeah. I mean, the only way you get in trouble is if you start getting into like big syndications. Um,
Sure.
but as long as really what you need to know is the difference between 506B and 506C.
I read a little snippet that Dave posted about that, so
Yeah.
very
506B means you
familiar.
can't advertise. You have to know the people.
Gotcha.
506C means you can advertise, but then you can only raise from accredited investors.
Okay. And what classifies as an advertisement then? Because like word of mouth is that like if I talk to somebody, would that be like you know,
You have
or
to
if
have
I
a
put it in an email
pre-existing
list?
relationship. You have to have a pre-existing relationship with somebody if you want them to invest in your 506B.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm like, you need to start talking to people right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's huge. That's a big difference.
Yeah. When you go under contract, you can no longer take somebody that you meet about that deal after you go under contract.
Gotcha.
unless they're accredited and you do a 506c. If you do a 506b, they can be non-accredited, which is a
Is there
million
like
dollar
a
net worth.
when you say 506B and a 506C, I understand that there's a difference. Is there a different way of collecting that money? Is there a separate account? Like, no. Okay. Just different agreements or
Yeah, it's your legal structure.
yeah.
The syndication attorney will draft it up as a 506b.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes
And they are
sense.
getting tight on the rules
Gotcha.
because everybody's defaulting right now. It's coming in. It's coming in hot. The defaults.
Are you doing a lot of like commercial versus residential? Or a little bit of both?
Um, I haven't done any real estate in a little while, but I
Yeah.
will probably not. I have no interest in doing residential again. I've done
Really?
two. I've done two commercial properties, and I'm going to continue to do more commercial properties
Okay. Why are you so against residential?
because I have not found a good way to pool. I like commercial because of the way it's valued.
Sure.
I get a little more control,
Sure.
and I like the scale of it. And I get to write. I'll write $150,000 in investor capital out this year.
Wow.
So what? I'd love to get to $1 million. What if I could pay out $1 million in investor capital? Um, yeah, I can't do that in single family homes. Not in any way that
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, it's just I can serve people better. And if you serve people, you make more money in the end. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I believe that, and it seems like you doing things for the right reasons. So I respect that, and I think that the way you put that, like if you do things for the right reasons, it'll pay dividends in the end. Is that somewhat correct in this business?
Too soon to tell.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Too soon to tell. Right now, I know a lot of people that make a lot of money and they are very transactional and they just take. And they're good enough, but they're takers. So too soon to tell. But I don't really do it because I think I'm going to win in the end the longer I do it because I'm like, I'll just do the right thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll work out. And if it doesn't, then I'll have done the right thing.
When did you get your first property?
I bought a foreclosure in 2014.
Okay. And do you still own that foreclosure?
Yep. I've only ever sold two properties.
Wow. What if you don't mind me? Can I look it up?
Sure. Zillow. I bought 1616 Morehead, Morea, Ave, Fayetteville, North
Oh,
Carolina,
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
2303.
Okay.
Yep. I
So you
own.
in the army, huh?
Oh, I was in the Army. Yep. Z estimate 174. I paid 54.
Oh, that's a nice home.
Or, yeah, 54.5 is what I paid in 2014. There it is right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. It rents for
How did you
15
go about getting your next one? If you don't mind me asking,
cash.
cash, just
Save
saving up.
money. Save, dude. I did, it took me 2 more years and I think I paid $40,000 for the property and put another 30,000 into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Cash.
That's honestly one of the biggest. You know, getting out of the military has been expensive for me. So I'm working on saving and saving and saving.
You got kids?
Because no, nope. I just got a beautiful fiance. She's over there sitting on the couch. So,
Is she expensive?
hey, are you expensive?
Sometimes.
Get rid of her.
Yeah. No, I'll take the expenses. She's worth it. She's worth it. So no, that's what we're working on right now. We both got pretty decent jobs. And I got a couple other partners. So yeah, saving capital is the goal. You know.
Dude,
So
yeah. I
and
bought that
living.
house 71,000. I went all in. I drained my bank account. I remember when I was done I had like $900 left in my name. But then I had a property that had no debt. You know, when the property was done
Yeah.
3 months later and then I think it rented for like 800 or 900 bucks and
Yeah.
I was like it's $900 a month. Well, with no debt. Well, then I did a refinance, and the bank said it was worth 100.
Hey.
So I got my 70 grand back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, okay, well now I only make 200 bucks or whatever it was on the property, 300 bucks.
Yeah.
But now I got my 70 grand. So I rent and I did that like 8 times in a row and just rinsed and repeated it. So
Good.
you don't need a ton of cash because you can recycle it as long as you
Sure.
buy good enough deals. But I would say if you're cash tight, like I don't know what your lifestyle is. Maybe you're light, maybe you're not light, but I would go I would live light to get
Yeah.
some momentum and just
Yeah.
save everything and be like, look, let's live poor. Let's live poor as fuck for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, you get 2, 3 rentals, and one day, like this rental right here, when I bought it, I had a $500 mortgage, and I had an $850 income.
Yeah.
So after property management, I made like 200 bucks a month. Now I have a $500 mortgage, and I have a 15, I think it's 1550 rent. So that property that made me 200 bucks now makes me like 800.
That's, I mean, not bad at all. That's for sure.
No, and then that took 10 years,
Yeah.
but that's my point.
Absolutely.
I have 8 of these,
Yeah.
plus a couple of multifamilies. So like, you sacrifice now, you grind, you buy these properties, and now, I mean, look at that. That's $120,000 of equity.
Yeah.
I got 8 of those too.
That's huge. Absolutely.
So you
And
buy a couple of these things. What's up?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, and yours was built in 1971, so it's gonna be great for another 50 years.
Yeah, well, and it's like it's got new HVAC, new roof. Like we replace all that stuff when we buy them.
Yeah. Good.
So-
Good stuff.
So you sacrifice now,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, all these properties that barely broke even are now like healthy. Here's another one, 1683 Rim Road.
Fayetteville. That was kind of.
Yep, bought this one in 2018. I bought it for $38,000.
Wow.
It was a dump. It doesn't even look like that anymore. I painted it.
It
No,
looks
actually,
pretty
no,
good,
it does.
these photos.
Yeah, no, actually, no. The street view is pretty accurate. I put a fence up. We redid the driveway. We put some money into it. So I probably own that property for like 70 again, put another 25 grand or something like that.
Sure.
But look, dude, 165 it just rented for 1500. My mortgage is like it's like $500.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good, man.
dude, they add up.
Yeah, I understand sometimes it can be slow. Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks pretty good. You got that for a solid price. No, ours we got for 118.5. So we're making $600 a month right now, which is pretty decent. We got it for a 9% interest rate, and the rent is well under fair market right now. It's a duplex. We just I want to raise the rent on one end, but I don't know. My partners don't. So
Why?
we're kind of stuck. Because they're nervous so it's a Section 8 tenant. They're nervous that if we raise the rent, there's a chance that it comes back and is like, hey, actually, we're gonna go on abatement and decrease the rent. So I was like, okay, well, we're making $600 right now, so we're kind of they're happy with that, even though
What could it rent for?
increase it.
How much
What's
did
that?
you go
It
up?
fair market rent is, I think for the 3-bedroom is 1,800 and it's at 780 right now. So it could go up $1,100.
Oh, yeah, do it.
That's I know.
Do
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Do it. You got it. Don't be afraid of turnover. I mean, you don't want turnover, but like for $1,100 a month, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yes, completely agree.
Well,
Completely
you got to
agree.
you got to take some leadership, bruh. Like you can't
Yeah.
let me tell you something about partners.
Yeah.
You're not married to them.
Sure.
They're not your wife. Everybody else in your life, you got to marry your wife. You got to she's it. You can't get rid of, you can't get another wife. With partners, you can cheat on them.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Nah,
It's
I
not
hear you.
sacred. It's not a marriage. So like if your partners are like, "Hey, we don't want to make money." Great. I'm going to go get a different partner.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. I
Yeah,
get
don't
that.
pledge allegiance to people to anchors.
Yeah.
I don't know these
I mean,
people. I don't know these people. I just want to have somebody in your life telling you like $1,100 a month that we're just like afraid to make because
yeah.
maybe this might thing. It's like, dude, you got to get over that. Like shit bad's gonna
Yeah.
happen. You want to be able to like make decisions that are imperfect. If you mess it up, it's like, what's the worst that can happen? If you say like we
Yeah,
go
I
two
lose a
three months.
hundred. Yeah, I lose $100 of cash, and then, or maybe the tenant leaves, and then that's
The
okay.
tenant should
They'll
the tenant is not going to take an $1,100 month bent. You have to end their lease and go get a new tenant.
Well, that's the thing. There's Section 8, so it might actually play better in their hand. Like the public housing agency will pay more, and maybe they'll pay less. So like, there's a lot of variables that's going to go with it.
You
So
have to be able to. Okay, here's what I'm actually saying. You have to be able to willing to be let them go
yeah,
to go get the market rate, and that happens all the time.
yeah,
When rents go up, people are like, I'm not paying the increased rent. I'm like, great, beat it.
yeah,
What market is this in? Cincinnati. There's no shortage of tenants, bro.
yeah. I know. I 100% believe it. Yeah, I've
Go get.
actually.
You got to talk to your partners. Be like, we are leaving. Here's how I would say it. If you're not willing to make money that's on the table on a product that we already have, how are we going to go and make more money together?
Yeah,
Let's maximize what we have.
yeah.
I mean, is that a business philosophy for TRVL properties? Is it like,
No,
hey,
no,
we
absolutely
we
not.
we we ask for 40% of our market rates across the board?
No, absolutely not. They are definitely a little bit more, I would say, timid than I am on this part. But I agree with you 100%.
Go punch them in the face.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they in the military?
No, they're not.
You're the leader, whether you like it or
Yep.
not.
Yeah.
Are you the unspoken leader of the group?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I do 99.9% of the work.
Well, then just go do it. Don't even tell them. Be
Yeah.
like, hey, I evicted that tenant. Look,
No,
I don't know what's
yeah.
best. I don't know what's best. I'm not giving you advice. All I'm giving you is things to think about.
No, yeah. It's funny because I am thinking how you're thinking already. So it makes
Yeah.
total sense to me. And to have someone, you know, in my ear saying like, "Hey, you should do that." It affirms it in my head to just do it and say, "Hey, here's what we're doing."
We have a rule.
Because
We have a rule at in our property management arm, which is we ask for all the money all the time.
yeah,
We ask. We don't always get. We ask for all the money all the time.
yeah,
Hey, rent $1,600. You're like, that's too high. How about 1,500? Okay, fine, done.
yeah,
Right? But when they're in there and they pay 1,100 and the market rate's 1,500, we're like, hey, you got to pay 1,500. They're like, no. I'm like, all right, beat it. We'll go ask
yeah,
somebody else. Somebody else will pay it. Somebody else will pay it, dude.
yeah.
Or the city might pay it. The Section 8 house might pay it. Is that when you said it's 1,800? Is that Section 8 number or is that
Yeah,
market retail?
that's the Section 8 fair market value. Yeah,
You're just making me mad,
yeah. No, I
dude.
know, I know.
That's money that you're like, how do you get your second rental? I'm like, do the
Yeah,
opposite of what you're doing with that property.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm done beating you up. Okay, I'm done beating you up.
No, no, I've got thick skin. You're fine. I'm good. I completely am wearing on the chin, and I deserve that. So, all good, all good. I respect it.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
All right, what else? I got about a minute left.
No, hey, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you, doing this and out of the good of your heart. So, I appreciate that. So, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, super appreciate you. Let's stay in touch. And
absolutely. I will let you know how this conversation goes whenever I up the rent to fair market value.
dude, you're
And
gonna get that money in the bank, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? We were just sitting on cash
it's
for no
absolutely
reason.
asinine to me that we're missing out on $1,100 that we can use towards our next house. And yeah, asinine, completely asinine.
Asinine is the correct word. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I think about that too. Like, would I run my entire business like this?
absolutely fucking not.
Well, somebody just needs to have a hard conversation, which is just, do you have a property manager or do you self-manage?
We got a property manager. She does pretty solid work. 5%.
You don't even have to have a hard conversation. She's gonna have it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I gotta. I mean, the deal is I gotta write. I have to give the tenant a 60-day notice. No big deal. Whatever. I have to write it.
And well, it's also, bro, it's January, which is like the perfect time. You don't want to rent, like you never want to rent in January. Like we don't rent is a really weird phenomenon. We always in July, June, July, and August are our like most expensive months because always air conditioning goes out in North Carolina in those months.
Yeah.
So we always have, and like people are outside and they break stuff. So like we always have the highest expenses, and then we always have the highest vacancy because we kick out all the tenants that we know are problem tenants in the summer because we want to have it fully rented in October because we never want to go November, December, January because people don't rent.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Now
Absolutely.
that's like it's like more pronounced in apartment buildings, but like across the board, our entire portfolio, we like boot people out in July and August, and then we try to re-rent in September, October. That's like
Yeah.
our plan. So, dude, it's end of January. Like
Yeah.
you give them 60 notice, and then like now you got like a brand new freaking April
Yeah.
fresh rental for new tenants to come move in and pay market rate. It's gonna
Yeah.
work out great. That works out great.
Yeah. It does. It does. Yeah. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Need a little kick in the ass right there. So
Easy.
yeah.
We all do, bro. Easy.
All right, man. I know we passed your time. If there's any way that I could maybe get the recording that you did so we can go through this conversation, I can, get a little bit more stuff. I don't know if that's possible, but I'd love to.
Yeah, I can give you that. I think I've been doing this for like 4 years, and I just never thought to myself, I was like, dude, I should just be posting this, and I'm just gonna. So only in the last, very
Sure.
recently, did I start like making these. I'm gonna start making. They're not even done yet. They're not even on yet, but I'm gonna start making them public, and just be
Okay.
like, dude, I don't know, cut it up, maybe short clips, whatever. I don't know, but
Sure.
so, but yeah, I'll get you the recording. But I'm gonna press the. Hey, good talking to you. I'm gonna press stop. Wait for the recording to upload. It takes like another minute or so, and then
Okay.
we'll call it good.
All right, Alex. I appreciate your time, man.